I mean, a big piece of residential treatment with adolescents is coming up with a plan for what are you going to do after you leave treatment. And then hopefully they go on to outpatient treatment, and that's where like the real work begins. You're back in your environment, or you're in transitional living, and you're trying to figure out what sobriety means. And so from my perspective, the importance of finding a place to belong, or a place where people are actually working for a common good, is vital. In my opinion, there's no other way to stay sober. People leaving treatment are leaving treatment into all sorts of different conditions. Some people have families and support that they're going back to, and some people don't have that. Some people are going back to environments where there's alcohol and drugs directly in their home, or in their surrounding community. And some people are lucky enough to have the financial situation to create a support around them, or put them in some sort of system for long-term treatment. And that's really expensive. It comes at a high price. And so having a place like Fourth Dimension that is free, I mean, obviously it costs money to keep the building open, but for a 16-year-old kid who doesn't have a job, doesn't have any money, and doesn't have any support, to walk into this environment and know that here's a place that I can come, where I don't have to pay money that I don't have, where I'm welcome, and that I can hang out, and it's a safe place to be. There's not a treatment center in the world that can really offer that. The thing is that this is more than 12-step recovery. Like, I really believe that the things that are going on here are recovery in action. And that's what people who are new to sobriety, they need to see, is that there's people actually living this deal. It's not an hour or an hour and a half at a 12-step meeting. Like, these are people actively living in recovery. And especially for young people, if there's not a community that's actually living this deal, then they just don't buy it. And so my personal opinion is this, is that there's a lot of money that goes into outpatient and all these kind of things. And I really think that people coming together to fund something like this, you're going to see way better results for long-term recovery if people actively get involved in a community that's living in recovery. I think outpatient, I think treatment, I think understanding the disease of addiction is really important. And I think it's vital to long-term recovery to understand what it is you're fighting against. But there's nothing more powerful than a group of people actively living recovery together, standing shoulder to shoulder, and walking this road of happy destinies together. Because if you're doing this on your own, or you're trying to hang out with your friends who are still getting high, I always tell clients, if you hang out in a barbershop long enough, you're probably going to get a haircut. So, but it's the same thing here. If you're hanging out with people who are working together for a common good, you're probably going to get the same results they are. And so far, since the doors have been open, I've seen positive results happening here. So,
thanks, man.